we all deserve a great dinner out, or brunch, or evening, or whatever it is. Let's go out and have fun. Thank you all. We can have.
Are we live?
Mayor?
Yes, and thank you very much, and thank you certainly all the businesses and eateries, and I do know that some of you.
Let's see. Let me do a little quick test here. Audio check. We're good. What's up? Let's see if we can get this back rolling. The thing just started. Let me see if I get a screen here. There, what's up, man? How you guys doing? Let's see if we can get people here. I just ripped it, launched it. It just started out like they were talking business stuff. They were promoting a couple of businesses. It's just, I don't know what's going to happen. If anything's going to turn out or not. I saw that Rhoda was trying to make it over there. She was like running late. She's driving right now. That's Rhoda. Let's see what she.
They can't bring bullhorns, whistles, and that's cute. They made the whole world change.
They said we couldn't bring a whistle. We're going to blow the hell out that whistle in that joint. They lucky they changed them rules. They must got our vote.
I don't know if that's BLM, but she's over there on the way. I don't know what's going to happen, man. We're just going to see. If nothing happens, we just take the stream down. If something happens, I'll timestamp it. Imagine it was over. Like they knew these people were coming. They're like, all right, we're done. Walling out. We got the horns. We got the whistles, the spikes. We're gonna blow this bitch. Mel found an Instagram account for Diamond Allure Wisdom. Looks like the girl on Facebook who Justin. Oh, well, I definitely want to talk. I got to make that video. Somebody that was looking into that, Cheif, he told me that she has multiple accounts. And I don't know. So it could be her, it could be not, maybe. Can I mute this for you like a copyright? Trying to get back into the flow. Trying to get back into the rhythm, trying to make more videos, more content. I'm just juggling a lot right now. Like not just YouTube. There was a lot of changes to moving stuff. Full-time dad. Like everybody else in the world, right? It's nothing, you know, but just running around trying to get a lot of things done. Let's see what she's doing. She's on the way, so we'll see.
Keep your eyes open.
Somebody said they're too drunk for this. Comments.
Okay.
I wonder if they're gonna let her in though. Do they close off the doors or can you get in? That's my caffeine. I just got pre-workout in here. Half a pre-workout. Keep it rolling. Yeah, so this whole thing, the way it started, it was just like local stuff, business stuff, nothing, you know, I'm thinking when it gets to the portion where people get to walk up and speak is where maybe they'll say something, you know. I don't know, man. If I can fix this. I didn't see a BLM live though when I checked last. Let me do another check. See what's going on out here. They posted pictures. Let me, well, I'll show you in the meantime what BLM posted. Also, they're inside, I think. They must be inside already. So Rhoda's running a little late. She's on her way. Oh, look, like she just got there. Let's see.
All you need. What in the?
Let me see. BLM. What do they got to say here? You get the biggest screen. Happening now. Members of the community have searched tirelessly for him ever since they caught wind. Community members are concerned at the fact that no Amber Alert has been issued and the city council hasn't so much as addressed the public. There are also several other children reported missing in Hampton. We cannot let Hampton become a hub for missing persons. Please come have your voice heard via city council. We encourage everyone to sign up to speak, and we encourage you to use your full 3 minutes to address council. Arrive time 6 p.m. Oh, the meeting starts at 6:30. Okay, that's why there's a little break right now. 6:30. Oh, there's a Codi pin. We encourage everybody to wear a Codi pin. All right. What's up? What's up?
Exactly, okay. As far as all your questions, the self-recorded questions, it's like they're all negative?
Yes.
It's like no weapons?
Nope.
You have the cell phone?
Yep.
Okay. You say as far as the backpack, is there anything else that's on there we should be concerned of?
No.
Do you mind?
Thank you to
Appreciate it.
Legacy for giving me the direct link. Love source links. Amazing. Not many people do that.
You're not looking at speaking, you're saying at this time, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to sign the street.
Who's screaming?
Appreciate your patience. Thank you.
Need a better thumbnail too. Mel. Most with regards to these types of stories, like in true crime and stuff like that, it's mostly women. There's usually not like a bunch of men sitting around watching missing persons true crime. So it's supposed to start soon, 4:30. I'm gonna try to kind of optimize things, work on something. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. I appreciate that. I appreciate what you have to get more, right? Yeah, let me keep looking at this real quick. I need a better thumbnail.
Left hand side.
Hello. Good, y'all?
Good. You want to sign up?
You didn't miss anything yet. What's up, Ivy?
You want to sign up, sir? Right here.
And your name?
JAPHARII.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
JAPH.
Thank you. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate it.
Your address, please?
249 West Chamberlain.
249?
West Chamberlain.
So right now, this is just this is BLM walking into the city council. Rhoda's going out there as well, and this is right now. They're here we go. Wait, no, that's Rhoda. Rhoda's in there already now. Anyway, it hasn't started yet, so they got time. The last time this happened, there was an outburst, screaming. The chief is not going to be there, I don't think. Yeah, Rhoda's out there too. She's in the elevator right now. She's working her way in.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, yeah, she's there.
See, we made this shank.
Oh no, kick. Everybody's freaking out. Oh, she's here. She's here. Oh my God, yo. Security.
How you doing, Chief? Good, how are you? All right. Good to meet
Wait.
you for the first time.
Is that the chief? He's there? Is that the chief?
Pleasure meeting you.
And I know you're doing a good job. The best that you can.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I want you to know, life ain't perfect. It's okay. As long as we try. That's all we can do is try. Because no, I know it's like we all just trying to figure it out. I truly believe you're doing the best that you know how to do. You're welcome.
Thanks, Red Base. Appreciate that.
Don't you worry what somebody else's mistake is. You didn't do the mistake. It was a mistake. Don't you worry on yourself. You're welcome. Love you. You're welcome.
I think the Chief is there. All right, so let me fix this a little bit. Fix me, optimize everything. Just bear with me while I try to maneuver some of this. Optimize the title, tags. Charisma, thank you for the super chat. Prepare. BGB, thank you for being a member for 5 months. Hit the like button.
Yeah, go for it, okay? There's a book called Hidden Figures that will tell you about Hampton Johnson, okay? You did? You watched it? You enjoyed the movie? The shoes from it? Oh, I didn't see it. Okay, the shoes are back.
All right, let me do this.
Sorry,
Hey, y'all.
All right, we're gonna wait. I think the Chief might be there too, so this could be interesting. Actually, I'm a little hopeful now that maybe something will be said, or maybe he'll speak on it. I don't know. If I'm saying it right, TL Reen or Tareen Rivas, thank you so much for the super chat, super sticker. What are you guys thinking about the Chief? I think he's, as far as, I mean, they screwed up in the interrogation, but as far as that, like communication, I think he's done well.
He said she's gonna tell Mimi that she's singing RhodaYoungTV.
And the thing about what I have to say about these people, though, however you feel about them, because I've heard positive and negative. Hey, man, they're actually out there in the community getting involved, going to the council things, going to the searches, going to wherever, talking to the lawyers, pulling up on the with the media. You know? So that's what we're seeing. You see that we're seeing the direct, like the TV screen, their projection, their feed. That's what they're showing over here. So you kind of get like an inside view, and also we get a direct view.
Good evening and welcome. I'd like to begin by asking our clerk to call the roll, please.
Councilman Bowman.
Present.
Councilwoman Brown.
Present.
Councilman Brown.
Here.
Councilwoman Farabee.
Present.
Vice Mayor Gray.
Present.
Councilman Hobbs.
Present.
Mayor Tuck.
Present. Tonight's invocation was given by Vice Mayor Jimmy Gray, followed by our Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we ask that you bless this city council meeting and all who have gathered here this evening. Bless our council members who work tirelessly for the good of our community. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion and teach us to be generous in our outlook and courageous in the face of difficulty and wise in our decisions. We pray for peace in our community. We pray for the victims of violence and their families and those who have committed acts of violence. And we ask that you would touch their hearts and minds and show them a better way. And we ask for your blessings on our police, our fire, EMS, our dispatchers, and all of our city employees who work hard for our city and take care of us and provide a great way of living here in our community. We ask that you would keep them safe and give them strength to fulfill their duties to the best of their abilities. And we ask for these things in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. What? How dare you pick it up? Ooh, you're not allowed to do that no more. They still do that? I thought they got canceled. I thought they canceled that. But you can't do that no more.
Good evening again. It feels a little unusual. I think this is, and I have to ask the clerk how long it's been since all of us have been on the dais together.
2
How
days
about
ago.
a very long time?
that works too. And so it is great to have fellow council members up here. And one of the things I want to talk about is that in the past week or so, we've received a number of emails and phone calls related to real estate assessments as well as personal property taxes and potential negative impact on our residents because of the rise in assessments. And one of the things we want to let you know is that earlier today we had an extended work session which was off-site, but you can view that work session later on Channel 47, as well as you can view it online. But during the course of that, we talked about our real estate tax rate as well as our personal property tax rate. And we want you to be aware that, again, we are aware of the potential negative impact it will have on our residents, and we have discussed how we can help mitigate that. The real estate tax rate adjustments will be made by the city manager when she presents her budget.
Just a FYI, this is how this stuff starts. This is how it was last time. For the people that are new watching, it's not going to be like they're going to start talking about Codi. They're going to go through all this like miscellaneous kind of boring stuff, if you ask me. And then when people get to come and talk, I think that they're going to bring up Codi. I believe that's how it's going to go.
The impact of the increases in the value of used cars primarily will not have the impact that you may think it will have. Again, we're very cognizant of the increases, and we're cognizant of the potential impact it will have on our residents. And contrary to what some people believe, that we are not heartless individuals who represent you, that we do desire to have a city not only that is flourishing and thriving, but we're not trying to impoverish any of our residents. So there'll be more about that later. But again, if there's those of you who are here to speak to that tonight, I want you to know that we've already trying to address it, and you're still welcome to speak during public comments. But we're going to make some changes to, again, try and help our residents with that. And with that, I will now ask our clerk to read the protocol for the consent agenda.
The consent agenda is comprised of non-controversial matters before the council which require a vote by the council. Due to their routine nature, typically these items are adopted by one motion without separate discussion. Your consent agenda tonight amends the FY22 council-approved budget to appropriate $100,000 from the general fund's committed fund balance to the Information Technology Department for cybersecurity technology investments, 311 customer service upgrades, and to improve the emergency notification system. It approves recommended amendments to the bylaws of the Hampton Senior Citizens Advisory Committee, and it approves the minutes
it's mostly going to be this kind of stuff. But I'm pretty sure we'll see. I'm pretty sure we're going to see like Rhoda talk probably, and the BLM guy talk. It just drags on like this for a while. I don't want to tell that story. I went to a city council thing one time, long time ago, for in Hollywood, Florida. This business asked me to go, a particular business. So I went. I was kind of bored. I wanted to see what was going to happen, what it was about. It wasn't that interesting, but yeah. Check your email. Okay, all right. Oh, okay, cool. I'll do that. Thank you, TR.
Although I guess we could do maybe the appointments. Would that work? Can we? I guess we need to make a motion to move things take things out of order. All right. I need to ask for a motion and a second to amend the agenda.
So moved, Mr. Mayor, that we amend the agenda.
Second.
That will amend the agenda to take the appointments out of order?
At least,
yes. Take the appointments out of order.
Okay, we will get through those, and you may even want to move something
Agenda.
else when I'm through with
I
those.
thought about that too, and that's why I just left it at move to rearrange the agenda. But I guess we have to amend the agenda to take things out of order. I'm just trying to find out, can we just do it to take things out of order, or I have to specifically talk about the item coming out of order?
You can move to take the item out of order, the specific item.
So we'll do the appointments and then another motion if
Okay, thank you.
necessary. You'll give me just a moment.
So it looks like, if I'm looking at this correctly,
The first
TR.
motion required under your appointments this evening is on the Citizens Police Advisory Group, appoint Stephen Dean as a community at-large member to serve a first four-year term, which will end on February 28, 2026. No second is required on that motion.
Looks like there's quite a bit, I think, if I'm looking at this right. Agenda for February 23rd. Let's see, we can look at this right here. Look at it together. Can I flip myself? Boom. Oh, that blocks that. Consent agenda, mayor's comments. Okay, so pledge allegiance to the flag. We did that. I think these are the consent agendas thing, which I think they just said they're going to have to, I don't know, move things around or something. Presentations, proclamations, awards, public hearings. I think that's what we're going to be waiting on, right? Public hearings, maybe? Public comment. I think this right here is where we'll get to hear people. Thanks, TR.
Recuse myself from all discussion regarding city council appointments to the board of directors for the Virginia Air Space Science Center, and I will abstain from voting on any appointments to this body tonight. Thank you.
The motion required on the Virginia Air and Space Science Center Board is to appoint Stephen Miller, John Ishin, and Michael Hammer to serve their first terms, which will expire on February 28, 2026.
I can have a motion, no second required.
So moved.
Councilman Bowman.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilwoman Farabee.
Abstain.
Vice Mayor Gray.
Aye.
Councilman Hobbs.
Aye.
Mayor Tuck.
Aye. Now I'd like to ask for a motion to amend the agenda to take item 22-0096 out of order.
I believe you wanted to wait for public comment in case anyone wanted to speak under public comment on that item.
Thank you for that one. All right.
Mayor, if you could amend the agenda, we could probably do item number 6, which is 22-0095, to take the time before sign up is.
All right. So we're waiting. We're chilling, right? Let me see what's going on with just real quick. What it looks like for, okay, they got the same view. This is Rhoda.
I'm going to ask.
Same thing. BLM, they have a view too. Same thing. All right. So I'm going to have all 3 feeds. I'm going to keep watching the main one, but I'll have all 3 feeds. So in case something goes down, we could watch all different angles. Maybe a POV angle.
To allow the individuals to finish signing up, and then we'll get that sheet, and then we'll resume at 6:45.
What?
I'm sorry.
What? What are you? Okay.
I thought we took a vote, and I just forgot it. Okay. Now, item number 5, please. But clerk, read the item.
Number 5.
5 is 22-0078. It's an ordinance to amend, reenact, and rename Section 2-50 of the City Code of the City of Hampton, Virginia, entitled Required Vote, etc., for Appropriations, Borrowing, etc.
Mr. Mayor and council members, this item is effectively a housekeeping agenda item to clear up ambiguity in the city code. Frankly, it could have been done on consent, but because it deals with appropriations, we wanted to make sure the public understood the nature of the ordinance amendment. So basically, the way the City Code Section 2-50 is currently written, it makes references to appropriations of $10 million or more and how it should be treated, and $5 million or more. And of course, those overlap a little bit. And so we wanted to clean that up so there was no ambiguity. Also, the language related to the imposition of taxes requiring 2 readings was also somewhat unclear. If we proposed, for instance, as a city manager in the recommended budget, 1 tax rate and council wanted to lower it, by practice and code in the past, we've only used 1 reading because it's lower than that which has been
bullhorns
advertised.
tonight.
But there was some question as to whether we should really have 2 readings. And so we just wanted to make it all plainly clear so you weren't having people read the ordinance and reaching different conclusions. So again, this is effectively a housekeeping amendment that will
Thanks,
meet
Legacy.
the requirements to have at least 5 council members vote to amend the budget when we're dealing with these larger amounts of money.
Any questions or comments for the city manager? Okay. Like a motion and a second on approve item number 22-0078.
Move to approve the item, sir.
Second.
Councilman Bowman.
Aye.
Councilwoman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilwoman Farabee.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Gray.
Aye.
Councilman Hobbs.
Aye.
Mayor Tuck.
Aye.
Item number 6 is 22-0095. It is a resolution authorizing the city attorney to request a certification of no objection from the Office of the Attorney General pertaining to the 2021 decennial redistricting.
Council approval of this resolution will authorize me to request a formal certification of no objection from the
Let's see what you guys are talking about in the meantime. So we're just waiting. Did anyone have a problem hearing the mating? What meeting? I like her jacket. The meeting. I had the volume a little lower, but it should be pretty loud and clear when the volume's up. Oh, really? That could be her. That's probably her, Peggy.
law. Changes to election districts are considered covered practices, and as a result of Virginia's 2021 decennial redistricting, the Supreme Court of Virginia has ordered changes to Hampton's election districts for the U.S. House of Representatives, Senate of Virginia, and the Virginia
there's
House
Legacy.
of Delegates.
Legacy! With Rhonda, Cheif, and BLM there, this is going to be very interesting. Yeah, that's all I really want to watch this for. I'm sure they're going to probably clip later the moment. I'll probably clip it later and post it to Facebook. But I just want to see if the Cheif is going to talk, what Ron is going to say, what 757 is going to say, and there's probably other people there as well. Want to hear it louder?
Objection, otherwise it is deemed approved. We do not anticipate any objections since the changes have been ordered by the state, and the general registrar is required by law to notify voters affected by a district change at least 15 days before the next primary, special, or general election.
Any questions related to item number 6? I'd ask for a motion and a second to approve item 22-0095.
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
MD Krabs.
Councilman Bowman.
The last time they brought out what do they call that thing? I don't know what the hell they call it. The speakerphone thing. What do they call it? I don't know. Can't even think right now. The thing the microphone thing. My God. Thank you, Sassy Fox. Appreciate that.
Well,
That'll be fine. Thank you.
I just wanted to share, the mayor mentioned earlier that we're in budget season and outlined some of the issues we'll be dealing with in budget season, but typically during budget season, we also provide the opportunity for the public to weigh in on items that they would like us to consider. Hampton's one of the only cities that does pre-manager delivery.
Yeah, we're not missing out on anything right now. Megaphone. Oh my God, thank you. Megaphone, yes. Bullhorn. There was like a 40-something page autopsy report for Brian Laundrie, but like, what am I gonna do, right? TR says, iCkEdMeL, we also have a 14-year-old Hispanic boy missing. Really? I didn't know that. Since January 19, and today is the first day I heard about it. I haven't heard about that either. I didn't know that.
We have not quite firmed the location up for the second week, but next week we will.
Yeah, if you guys could help out with the likes, I'd appreciate you. Appreciate it, and thank you for coming by randomly tonight, kind of. Bullhorn Yeti.
City's Facebook page at 7 p.m. And of course, we won't be able to do all of the things we can do in an in-person meeting. In an in-person meeting, we do preference polling. Can't really do preference polling as easily on Facebook Live, but we certainly can overview the budget and answer any questions, concerns, thoughts that citizens have. So those of you who want a virtual opportunity, please tune in next Thursday at 7 p.m. Next Saturday at 9 a.m. at the Rupert Sargent Building, which is, many people think of it as the school administration building or the treasurer and commissioner building, but it's called the Rupert Sargent Building. building, we will have the first of our in-person sessions. And at that in-person session, you will actually get the opportunity to participate in preference polling around a variety of topics in terms of both expenditure requests, but also some of the questions the mayor alluded to earlier about tax rate reductions and how to trade off, like how much of a tax rate reduction do we want versus maybe some service expansion we might look to do. So those of you who do feel comfortable coming in person, I encourage you to consider the opportunity next Saturday at 9 a.m. because it really is much more interactive and than we can do on a virtual setting. But both of them are available next week. You're welcome to come to both if you're so inclined. And next week we will announce the opportunities for the following week. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
And with that, I have a list for individuals who want to speak during public comments. So I'll ask our clerk to read the protocol for public comments, please.
The purpose of city council meetings is to conduct the city's business. It is not a public forum in which people can speak on any matter. However, the city council allows for public comment following public hearing items on the regular business meeting, limited to matters on which the council has the power and authority to act. You may sign up to speak in the lobby of City Hall 1/2 hour prior to the meeting and may sign up until 6:45 p.m. The mayor will call you to speak in the order of sign up. Each individual will have 3 minutes to speak. To save time, it is requested the speakers alternate between the podium and the freestanding microphone. All comments shall be directed to the council. Speakers may not yield their time to another. Speakers should address the council with decorum on issues or topics which the city council has the power to address. Speakers should refrain, however, from personal attacks when making such comments. Speakers should also refrain from using the public comment period for making political campaign speeches. The audience is asked to be respectful of all speakers. It is the council's practice to listen to speakers and not engage in dialogue. After all of the speakers have been heard, the city manager, city attorney, and/or members of the city council may respond as appropriate. Please note that you will be directed to leave the podium for failure to comply with this protocol after fair warning from the presiding officer. Failure to comply with such directive may result in removal. Thank you.
Thank you. For time considerations, I'm going to call 2 people at a time and ask you to come to the different microphones. The first 2 speakers are Dave Rogers and Mary Thompson.
I feel like they adjusted the rules. Is that new? Some of the stuff they added on there?
Good evening. Welcome.
Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening.
Please, go first.
Good afternoon.
Excuse me. We're going to try and keep you in the order that I call your name. So,
I can go first?
Yes, please. Just for order. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, Mayor Tuck, members of council, Ms. Bunning and Ms. Ivory. I'm Dave Rogers. I'm a resident of Buckrow Beach, and I'm here to talk about the parking proposals we've heard about in the Buckrow area. The current efforts to address parking began with the pre-pandemic Memorial Day weekend congestion.
So a lot of the stuff is like parking issues. Bruh!
Just for a holiday weekend, with a very popular band. Shortly after that happened, City Council took up the matter, came up with a couple ideas. Some things are banded back and forth. One of them being moving Grooving by the Bay downtown during the holiday weekend. That ended up being a very good mitigation effort. The other 2 ideas were metered parking and the permit program. I'm here to discuss mostly those because I'm not in favor of either one of those. I'm not in favor of them when they were first mentioned then, and I have not changed my mind since then. To my knowledge, there's no other public areas that are pay to park in Hampton, and I'm sure there are a number of beachgoers who are not familiar with having to pay at a meter. Metered parking would also have an adverse impact on events held in the park and on the beach. It is my understanding that some flexibility is under consideration, but I would submit that inconsistency in implementation causes too much confusion, and the parking citations are issued a very negative public opinion. For a variety of reasons, I prefer not to have permitted parking, but at the moment I'm not sure that it can be implemented by the change in city code. Unless there are prevailing ordinances I'm not aware of, Section 21-162, titled Inclusion of Block in Program, says that it is to be started by the residents by petition, uses the term block, not neighborhood, and details the process. I see no provision for a pilot program, much less a city-initiated effort. Although I'm personally not in favor of the 2 suggestions, I would like to thank city staff for even considering and trying to address the problem. I would suggest that staff consider the substandard roadway infrastructure of Buckrow Beach as a significant contributing factor that results in the inefficient use of available parking space. The platting of the streets is well over 100 years old and goes back to the trolley car era. Many streets don't have curb and gutter. The right-of-way of roadways is 40 feet in many instances, particularly north of Buckrow Avenue, but only 20 feet is surfaced. Open ditches and swales make up the size of the streets, are city rights-of-way, but take away available space. People trying to park are confused about where they can and should do it, and end up too far in the roadway, causing unneeded congestion and going further away from the beach. I would ask that such improvements be added to the future capital improvement plans as a means to improve parking. Again, thank you for your attention to this problem, and I'll be happy to continue a conversation with anybody about this issue. Good evening.
Thank you. Good evening and welcome.
Mayor Tuck, I do believe that I'm here for the 4-year-old.
I'm sorry, you're here for what now?
On the Codi case.
Okay. You're welcome to speak.
Oh, okay.
Just go. Don't ask for
Good
permission.
afternoon, everybody.
Then they stop you.
As y'all know, my name is Mary Thompson. I am the president of Resident Council out in Phoebus. The reason that I'm here, when Codi went missing the first time that he was missing, I was out on a search with the police department and everybody. I was on a search team. I came out different days. It touched me because I lost 2 kids on a Thanksgiving. So this child means a lot to me, like it's my child. So when working with the police department and hearing a lot of insights on the phone as far as Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, and you hear people saying, I have a vision. We always tell people, if you have a vision, come on out here. We'll look at your vision if that's your vision. But my main thing is to stand before anybody, and I don't mean it like this. Y'all can get mad with me. But I support the police department 100%. I watched that chief get tears in his eyes. I hear a whole lot of people say, they not doing this and they not doing that. Okay, that's how y'all feel. When we got out there with that chief of police and everybody that was out there, he got us, when we went on our search, we didn't search just one time around a circle. He made sure after he got us to go around that circle, not our ass, he got extra ass to go around about 3 or 4 times. A lot of people got upset because they was looking at it like, why would they send us the same place? I looked at it like, okay, I could have missed something. So that's why he had other people going, and a lot of people was getting angry. Oh, the chief ain't doing this, the chief ain't doing that, they ain't doing their job. Oh, so well, hell be it. I think they doing a good job.
Thank you. Switch refrain from clapping, please. The next 2 speakers are Roscoe Calloway and John
I was
Robinson.
not expecting that. Yo. Hey, I like her. That took some guts. Ooh.
Good evening and welcome.
Good evening. My name is Roscoe Calloway in reference to Faith Temple Church, West Queen Street at 252 West Queen Street. I am the general contractor who is renovating the Fellowship Church and all. And I've been here once or twice before in reference to this project. And I have with me tonight the pastor, new pastor, Pastor General, and the elder assistant of the church, Elder Payne. Reason why is because the former pastor, Reverend Fuller, passed in the process just a few months ago. And we was hoping we would be able to finish this project before in his illness, which lasts some time. But at this time, we are having problems with the city code officials to implement the completion. And that is consistent with the electrical, the HVAC, and the plumbing. Being that this is a renovation of an existing building, there's certain guidelines as things that's already established in place. and we are having problems getting through to the inspectors. So
I hope nobody gets upset that I'm muting this. Like, how iCkEdMeL, I was listening to that. What'd you guys think about that? What did you guys think about that? I thought it was interesting. I thought it was good. She better watch out, though. Those people ain't, you know. I hope that people keep their composure while people are speaking so we can hear everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that are talking about Codi. I hope that they don't have to like shut it down or like end it or something. You think it was advertising? Oh shit, was it advertising?
Hoping we can get this resolved, that we can have the church up and active at least by Easter. Yes. And that's the overall plan. Now, I had brought some drawings to show how much progress we have made. The church is riding.
Thank you for becoming a member, Jess. I appreciate that. I got to get the super chats. I'm going to get them in a second. Thank you, Jess. I think there was somebody else, too. I was enjoying Pastor's request.
Thank you.
And so that's basically it. We just need someone to contact us that we can at least sit down with the official over the inspectors to at least have a sensible dialogue, because we're getting back and forth information, and every time we send in new information, they come back with another question, and the state say you can't just continually keep that going on. Okay? Thank you,
sir.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, sometimes
John
those
Robinson
people are right.
and Mahogany Walden.
They're paying attention to the things that nobody else is.
So I'm going to assume Mr. Robinson's not available, and call also Jihad Ali to the microphone, please. Good evening and welcome.
Hello, Mayor Tuck and City Council. Firstly, I want to apologize to the council for events that took place at the last meeting, and I want to, if I may, address the subsequent comments that one of you made. When community activists asked you all at the last meeting why you didn't leverage your voice in some way or action to show your support for search efforts to find Codi, you deflected to the chief to explain why you hadn't shown any public support. And while I understand that reasoning a little better, the chief, in an arrogant display of his character, made distasteful comments about community members that he felt were talking the loudest and taking attention off of Codi. At the end of the meeting, while speaking with members of the media, Councilman Steve Brown, you reflected those same condescending remarks about myself and Aubrey Jones when responding to the questions that they asked you. What you said was it was more disappointing, and it took the spotlight off Codi and put the spotlight on the organization that was getting rowdy and making the loudest noise. To help you understand, we actually resorted to disruptive activism, a tactic used as far back as Gandhi, because of what the chief had said about us being just talking heads and a distraction. The chief slapped us in the face with those words, and you also did the same. But I would also like to say that while you might think that we're just talking heads, we've covered hundreds of miles of walking, talking with residents, passing out flyers. We've hosted a successful Community Day event that you could have come to this past Saturday to raise awareness for Codi. We've gotten over 6,000 signatures for the Codi Alert, and even Governor Youngkin said that all resources should be used to find Codi. But your words seem to invalidate all that we have done. But I will tell you this, as I close, just like the chief, you're going to have to eat those words, and I would like a formal apology from you. Because while you think we're shifting the attention from Codi to us, do you even know Codi's nickname? Do you know what type of child he was? You probably don't, but we do. That's because the family has disclosed this information to us, and they see our passion and advocacy for their loved ones, while the city seems to act as if his return is an afterthought. We believe that there is a huge disconnect between officials, the community, and law enforcement, and your words further divided that disconnect. So in the future, please think before you speak, and again, I do want to apologize to you all for our actions at the last meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening. I'm sorry. Good evening, Honorable Mayor, Honorable Council members, City Manager, City Attorney. My name is Jihad Ali. I'm a Bethel graduate, class of 2004. I am the owner of Newport News Taxi. an independent subsidiary of North End Taxi, the largest black-owned cab company in the Hampton Roads area. As of today, there are no black-owned taxi cab companies in the city of Hampton. Hampton is the only city in the Hampton Roads area that has no black-owned taxi cab companies. I am asking this honorable council to look into your ordinances pertaining to taxi cabs. The city of Hampton has some of the strictest regulations and requirements in the nation. No other locality in the Hampton Roads area meets your requirements. Not Norfolk, not Williamsburg, Virginia Beach, Richmond, or even New York City. 7-year-old vehicles with a minimum of 5 by the end of the year is almost impossible and has never been done by any new Hampton taxi cab company in the past 10 years. Since you guys amended Chapter 38, there have been no new taxi cab companies, while every other locality has had new taxi cab companies. This is why I'm asking this honorable council to please look into your reciprocity you have with the city of Newport News. The city of Newport News allows for every Hampton taxi cab to pick up in the city of Newport News, unconditionally. I ask that you do the same for our cabs in the city of Newport News. If your Hampton taxi cabs are busy picking up in the city of Newport News, that means customers in Hampton are without transportation service. That is why I receive a high volume of calls from Hampton customers because they cannot get a cab in a timely manner. I would like to expand and grow my business. I'm growing at an exponential rate, but I am in fear for my driver's safety if they pick up in the city of Hampton. I would like to open up some kind of dialogue between the two localities, as you guys do for the Hampton Roads transportation and the bus system, to see if we could remedy these discriminatory practices that not only hurt our community, but our small business owners. Your small black cab company businesses have better technology in their cabs. My meters are on my phone. I have soft meters. Unlike your outdated and antiquated companies that you guys have awarded a monopoly to. Please look into these anti-competitive and discriminatory practices. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. The next two speakers are Jafari Jones and Keith Walker.
Businessman.
Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, council. Good evening, citizens of Hampton, Virginia. Codi Bigsby has taken place in all of our hearts as of January 31st of 2022, as he was reported missing. Minister Brown, you visited me in jail in 2008. You were my minister at my church at Calvary Community Church. You were very empathetic at the time as I was young and I was in a troubled spot, and somebody I looked up to. And I just like to say here that your words cut me deep. To see that on the news, that somebody that I grew up with and looked up to would say those type of words, even that you know my mother and I know your sons and things of that nature. So
personal, like I said.
The first day we were allowed to search, the first day of the Codi Bigsby incident, we were allowed to search with law enforcement. I texted the chief the night before telling him that we were more than likely planning to do something similar, and he texted me that morning that they would be putting out a call for volunteers. There were only 50 volunteers allowed. We're trying to speed this up, and then the second day, there was only 50 people allowed. None of us were called, including myself and the individual running for council in Newport News. And so that was the day that Camp Codi was formed. On the third day, we could only collect flyers from law enforcement, and those flyers had information such as the child weighed 80 pounds on it. On the fifth day, the police broke down their camp, which was very disheartening to the community that surrounded, because the kids didn't know what to think if Codi was still missing, but they were breaking down their camp. Citizens from far and wide came to aid and assist in his search. Today makes 23 days that community members and concerned citizens have entered the woods and waters, knocked on doors, and put in countless volunteer hours in the form and what is now formed as Camp Codi. And I myself would like to apologize for the outburst. This is a very passionate situation. I have 2 children and my daughter is around Codi's age. So please forgive my previous outburst and what was going on. If nothing else, Codi Bigsby has given us a gift, and that's the gift of unity. There's been a lot of beautiful things that have been coming out of Camp Codi. The citizens have a lot of questions and not many answers. Was the state police asked to make this incident an Amber Alert? If resources were limited, was National Guard an option? The governor said that all resources need to go into finding missing children, but have they? We found bones yesterday, and the police never came to examine them. They reported to the news they did, but they actually didn't. And then we were being turned away and we're continuously being ignored when we're asked. They shut down the children's event and even had to call for backup. They had the ranger come out there before the sun went down, and that's just not right. Fact 1, Codi is missing. 2, Codi doesn't weigh 80 pounds. 3, Mr. Bigsby was denied his rights. 4, no one has reached out to the family of Codi Bigsby, and they're being judged and crucified. 5, his family has brought us food and things of that nature. And so are we able to build bridges, as the great said? And we do have a search on Saturday, and we're inviting each council member to that. And I would like to give you all a Codi Bigsby pen.
Mr. Walker?
That was very respectable.
You
The apology.
He goes to the clerk, please.
So he wants to give them a pen. Let's take the there. Oh, they're trying to get security on him, I guess. I thought that was I'm very surprised.
Thank you. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening. I'm Keith Walker. I live off of North King Street on McAlva. I'm coming to you. What brought me here was my the assessment that I received on Friday. I have a hard time believing that a 75-year-old house that only has 800 square feet has gone up $37,000 in 2 years. When I look at I went to the library and looked up all the assessments on my street, and there's a formula that they're following, and that formula has gone up out of.
So we'll see. I wonder if Rhoda's gonna speak too. Let me take a quick look. See what their cameras. Okay, she got that angle. Like this. I want to fix this a little bit. Oh, this. I guess he stopped streaming. Oh, there he is. Okay. They got different angles. I'm surprised. I'm a little surprised. I thought it was gonna be the bullhorns, the megaphones. Very interesting.
This is what I have in my backyard. It's a lake. That's because the city, number one, has allowed the ditch in the back on my easement to erode. It has collapsed. Then on number 2, the city allowed another resident to build on the easement. So when the water comes in, it runs up into a concrete wall and then backs up into my yard. This is washing up onto the foundation of a 75-year-old house. That's mold, that's mildew, possible rot. This is my retirement home. I'm wondering if you all can help me. 311 has not helped. When I call, they come out and cut the grass, and that's it. I need the ditch regraded. I also need the same thing is happening in my front yard. For some reason, they're not regrading the ditches. I'm sorry.
You still got another minute.
Okay. On the front yard, they have filled in the ditch in front of my house. And so the water comes off the street and into my front yard. I keep getting the brush off. They come out, all they do is cut the grass. Oh, that'll solve the problem. This is not solving the problem. Can you help me? That's all I have to say. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you, sir.
They're not gonna do nothing, probably, I guess, huh? Do they ever do anything? I mean, I guess they have to vote on stuff.
Next two speakers are Amanda Kelly and Craig Knopp.
Oh, you're good. Good stuff. Good.
Good evening, welcome.
Hi, how are you? I'm here for the Codi Bigsby case. I feel like I don't feel like you have given the people enough information to go on. If you feel like Codi's missing, why hasn't in the FBI, we have to contact the FBI, and there's flyers out there, but I'm going to Williamsburg pulling over police officers, and they don't know anything about Hampton. They don't know anything about Codi. They don't know anything about them. So I'm passing out flyers in Williamsburg, Toano, Norge, and trying to get everybody involved in the case, but yet it's only here in Hampton. Nobody else knows about it. So I don't understand why that is if it's such a big case. I don't understand why I feel like they should have more people. Sorry, I'm so nervous. I don't normally do this. I feel like they should have more people helping out there to search. If they feel like, I feel like there should be more people. There's not enough people out there. If there's a missing child out there, there should be more cities that are involved other than the city of Hampton. Should be Newport News involved, especially if they have a child that they say, oh, we have to contact FBI on. Why can't we expand our search to other cities instead of just having it local in Hampton? That's all. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. Welcome.
Good afternoon, City Council. My name is Craig now. Just here to actually just say I love Hampton. I got nothing but a lot of love for Hampton. You guys have offered me a lot of opportunities the last couple years. As I have normally said, 2 years ago, I could have cared less about anything, about coming to any one of these meetings, school, the City Council, or any other type of meeting. But I started coming to them, started caring about a lot of different stuff here in the city. One of the things I definitely would like to say about the City Council is that you've allowed our city, the smaller businesses, to grow during the pandemic. The state put a lot of regulations out there, and there's other cities out there that mandated that you had to have the COVID passport to go inside. But you guys did not. I love that. Now, there are some businesses that I did hear that have that, and that's up to them if they have that. I think you lose a little bit of clientele due to that, but I love that you guys allowed our small businesses to thrive through the pandemic. Also, another opportunity that I love is the community service type stuff. Hampton Clean City Commission, still love it all this time. As you guys, as I've always said, I love going down to the Hampton Coliseum area. We clean up that area once a month, third Saturday of every month. I love taking my son down there. We're going biking down the Riverwalk Trail, the new trail over by the Airplane Museum, I forget what it's called. But I love giving back to the community. And I'm always endorsing you guys, the Hampton Clean City Commission, and whatever else I can do. Councilwoman Brown, after our last discussion, I know I did not send a follow-up email, but if you have a few minutes after the meeting here, I'd like to talk to you if you have time. After that, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. The next two speakers are Nakia Miller and Rhoda Young.
It seems like it. I think so, people in the community just want, I guess they want to feel like they're being heard or something. Oh, I remember this lady.
City Council. At the last the last City Council meeting, I spoke in regards to two issues. I spoke in regards to how I felt that the community was not informed as well as they should have been in regards to Codi Bigsby, and I also spoke in reference to my daughter Celeste. Vice Mayor Gray opened this meeting up stating that we should pray for those people who are victims of crime. I have spoken to one person out of this entire board. One. And the response that I received was not in concern of my daughter, but was more so giving Hampton City Schools a pass for what happened to her. Chief Talbot stated that each one of you contacted him behind the scenes in regards to Codi Bigsby. Not one of you has contacted me in regards to Celeste. Are you just representatives of this city, except when it deals with Hampton City Schools? We have a child that's missing. We have another child that was repeatedly raped in a Hampton elementary school. Do you care? Is it any of your concern? I have been a resident of Hampton my entire life. I am a product of Hampton City Schools. I'm a homeowner. I'm a mother. I'm an activist. I'm an advocate. And I am a resident of Hampton. My expectation of the individuals who serve as elected officials in this city is that they actually care about my family. that with the amount of taxes that I pay on my property, that each one of you be dedicated to the well-being not only of myself and my husband and all of my children, but for my neighbors, for the King Street corridor, for all of Rip Rap, for all of Hampton. You don't get to pick and choose. Fox Hill is not more important than Shell Road. This deserves a response. Each one of you should take a stand for every citizen of our community. And if you don't, you failed our city.
Thank you. Good evening and welcome.
Good afternoon. My name is RhodaYoungTV. I'm the #1 news reporter in Hampton Roads versus all of Wavy News 10 news reporter versus all of Channel 13 news reporter versus all of Channel 3 news reporter. The people comes to me. This has been the only city that I have reporting breaking news that have disrespect me as being an independent news reporter. I was denied access in y'all courts. I was denied access in y'all press conference. It was not just embarrassing to me, it was also disrespectful to my name and also my brand. I'm here today to ask each and every last one of you guys to inform all the employees of Hampton, Virginia, to respect my name and make sure they spell it right. Because I'm here to stay. I'm here to report what's happening in the whole 757, not just Norfolk, Virginia, not just Virginia Beach, but also Hampton, Virginia. With that being said, I want to let you guys know it is my pleasure to meet each and every last one of you. And to the city manager, you run this city. Everyone thinks it's the mayor. No, it's you. You handle the finances. Where is the money for credible information, for the arrest or any information leading to where is baby Codi? You have the funds that's been allowed by the federal government. Why are we not using it? I'm RhodaYoungTV from Norfolk, Virginia, business and operated out of Norfolk. Until we meet again, I'm RhodaYoungTV.
Thank you. Next speaker is Andrew Stiff.
Ego bit, but I don't know. I guess she's been through it. The Codi alert, I'm going to put the link in the description, and I'll mention it again
take this off.
After we're done listening.
Thank you. Man. Good evening, City Council. I'm Andrew Stiff, 203 Dover Road, Hampton, Virginia. I am a product of this city. I was born and raised here. I know most of y'all know me. First thing, I am going to say, and somebody else knows about it.
Excuse me, Mr. Stiff. Whoever has the instrument or recording or whatever device it is that we can hear up here, you need to put that on silence, please. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm here to talk about two things, but I'm going to put them in one. Veterans use and transportation. Veterans use. I'm a veteran, 28 years, 11 months, 7 days. Started here, down the street, and also a disabled vet, coming back. And since I came back, retired 2015, that I try to use my services for the city, and all the other cities are different. It's like a roadblock. One of the things is I tried to run for one of the seats.
Oh.
the city council seat that was vacant, last city council vacant seat. My application was not taken because of the computer did not take the application. Second thing is, I have, since I'm an environmental health and safety manager or professional, I have applied for three or four different areas of environmental health and safety positions here in the city. Seems like my application's been gone or lost or whatever. Nobody knows. I talked to HR about it. All right. I think us veterans have a lot of things we can do. Call us, use us as an advisory. I was trying to use that, and I talked to that, want to do that for the state of Virginia also. Use us as advisory, because this COVID thing, we could have been, as an NBC guy, I can do this stuff. And I tried to be a volunteer fire department person, but since I had ailments and I couldn't do it. Second thing, two things, transportation.
Let me do it.
I want to see, hopefully propose that the tide can come here on the peninsula, Hampton, Newport News, all the way, extend up to Williamsburg. Second thing is, I'm very heartbroken that the city tour boat has been sold, because I guess the person sold it because he's retired. That's all I got. I only have 4 seconds, but I can say more. Hey, thank you.
Thank you, sir. That concludes all the individuals who have signed up for public comment. Now we have one item left, which is, I'll ask the city manager, I guess we haven't really gone to you this evening. Will we introduce the item?
I think.
No, Chief?
Oh, the Mallory Street one. We did skip it. I'm sorry. Thank you. Do we need to read it into the record by the clerk?
Item number 4 on tonight's agenda is 22-0096. It is a briefing on the Mallory Street Road eastbound I-64 ramp access.
Mr. Mayor and council members, my apologies for getting confused there momentarily. Last meeting, Jason Mitchell, our Public Works Director, did a presentation on a possible pilot to manage and divert traffic that's cutting through our city in Phoebus.
Well, that was interesting. I don't know if they're going to give the chief a chance or not to speak. I'm going to keep watching to see if they allow it. Rhoda's part was kind of short. I don't know if she had more time, but it looks like she just wanted to make a statement. She came in there like Tony Montana. I'm here to stay. I don't know what all of her trials and tribulations have been out there locally with the media and stuff like that. Felt like a bit of ego was driving that part to me. But like I said, man, hey, they're out there locally doing their thing. Actually involved, so.
As Ms. Bunting indicated, we're looking at the Mallory Street eastbound I-64 ramp access. As you know, the I-64 Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel congestion concerns remain, and VDOT, the Virginia Department of Transportation, related to the bridge tunnel expansion projects, estimate that it will increase over the next several months and years. So for your consideration is the limited ramp closure of the eastbound I-64.
Sometimes you got to speak that stuff into existence, right, though? I mean, I'm sure she believes it. It's like, I'm the #1 reporter out of all of these. Wavy, Fox 13 now, blah, blah. Oh, she ended it. So I guess that's it. Out of all these people. And I'm here to stay.
To police department, Monday through
I think that's it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if these people really do things. I guess, I don't know if they pass things or not. But when the community comes and speaks, do they actually ever help out the people in the community? County Diva says they have been doing Rhoda wrong. I know they didn't let her into the courtroom. I saw that she has I thought she got her own press pass or something, right? Maybe she's just frustrated. Well, and that's the thing too that I was saying. Well, like with 757, he was, he mentioned that he had the guy's phone number and he like they know each other's family and kids, and so for a lot of that stuff, it seems very personal. They've known each other, they've been in that community and stuff like that. I put the Codi alert again. I've shared it on a previous stream, but if you want to sign it, let me see where it's at. Just gonna pull it up on this incognito because I don't want my sign in showing up. I guess it doesn't matter. Either your sign or your location. But that's the Codi alert. I put the petition in there. That's 6,800. And it's just basically to get some sort of alert when a child goes missing, because the Amber Alert has some sort of criteria. And what's kind of crazy about that,
Then they want to find out, are there any...
Last night I got an alert.
Are there reports by the city manager?
No, sir, that's what I already did.
Okay, all right, gotcha. All right, any new business? With that, we are adjourned.
That's it. Last night I got something called a blue alert on my phone. And there was some psychopaths out here in Florida. There were some psychopaths out here in Florida that I don't know what they did. The police were looking for them and they put out a blue alert. And I'm like, damn, so these people won't even put out an alert for a child, but they'll put out an alert, a blue alert for these psychopaths. I got it on my phone. Or somebody get it. What do you mean psychopaths? I was trying to remember. There was a Florida Facebook page that I just saw too that was talking about it. Some Florida blue alert. I don't know. Oh, here it is. FDLE. Yeah, last night. Ooh, what's this?
Would be within Dixie County. And so there are reports that he was found dead.
So right now, like I say, he's in the hospital. We wish him a
Oh, this is in regard to the blue alert. So let me just show it real quick. They should be able to come up with something called Codi Alert or whatever other name they want to call it. Got a list for all this other crazy ish. Blue alert. My phone started buzzing. Psst. The blue alert guy is dead. Is he dead? Let's watch. Let's see what happened, and we'll cut it after this. I can get back to. Have you seen the update? I haven't read it, but I am gonna cover it. Dizzy, I did see your tweet too, Dizzy. Thank you. I'm gonna cover it separately. Yeah. I feel like I need to give a mini introduction for that to tell people that don't know about that story, and then give them the links for the playlist. Yeah, I gotta get that update going. But this is the blue alert I got last night. These two guys. Yeah, they look crazy. See what happened last night in Florida. The guy dead? The guy's dead?
Hello, I'm Sheriff Wayne Page, Taylor County Sheriff. Last night we had the incident where an officer was shot coming to fire.
Oh.
Deputy Troy Anderson made a routine traffic stop. He exited the vehicle, walked up in the vehicle, and came under fire. Suspect pulled off, left the scene, and was later found in Dixie County.
Oh. So the blue alert, I've never heard of this. I don't know if this is new. Apparently it's for law enforcement. It says, according to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, a blue alert is a request for assistance from the public following disappearance, assault, or death of a law enforcement officer. Oh, so they got one for cops. I had never heard of that. It's my first time. Yeah, no, for sure, Dizzy. We gotta do an update for that. I was even thinking of reaching out to Sean Paul. I thought about it. I haven't talked to him in a really long time. He's a really good guy, wholesome guy. I've thought about maybe reaching out to him, but I gotta sit and read. I think we could just do a little brief update, talk about it for sure, and maybe introduce new people to the story. Yeah, it means police. I had never heard of that. And actually, that's the first time I ever got that on my phone last night. I was like, what's going on?
Our officer is in the hospital right now. He's fixing to go under reconstructive surgery. for his face and where to put an entry in. He's stable right now. Everything seems to be going in a good direction unless something turns around. But we just want to thank all the agencies right now for all the response time that they gave us last night, all the support that we received from our fellow law enforcement officers. We ask for continued prayers for Troy's family, Troy and his family. They all need prayer. We just thank for the support that the people have given us. Troy is a valued employee of Taylor County Sheriff's Office. He is loved by his fellow officers. He's loved by the community. He's done a very good job for TCSO. So right now, like I say, he's in the hospital. We wish him a safe and a quick recovery. So if you got any questions, I'll try to answer what I can right now.
Can I actually just come up and fix my mic really fast?
So, as for the person who shot Deputy Anderson, as of right now, what's the update with him?
We do have a suspect that all that is under investigation right now, and we don't know everything all right now. We just have a suspect.
And so the reports that he was found dead, are those untrue, or can you just not confirm?
All that's under investigation. We'll have somebody here just a minute that'll elaborate on that. What I want to talk about is what happened to my deputy in Taylor County. We have Sheriff Butler here. He's going to comment on what happened in Bigsy County.
And as for your deputy here, was he alone when he responded to that call? Was there backup?
Yes, he was. At 9:30 last night, he dispatched that he made a routine traffic stop, exited up to the building, and the car came on fire.
So can I actually have you just turn off the tiny mic right there by pressing down the button? So sorry, we're having technical difficulties.
They're always having issues with those mics. See, by
And
now
how long
they
has
get that figured
Deputy
out.
Anderson been with you guys?
He worked for us previously for a little while and got a better offer and came back. He's been back on our force for about 6 months.
And just speaking to the
I don't think we need to keep it going, but so yeah, it's an officer. Let me see, at least find out what happened to him. Did he pass away? Is he okay? It was an officer shooting. Taylor and Dixie Sheriffs. See, because tomorrow, oh my God, yeah, I should actually get off soon because we're already tomorrow. We're going to be trying to do this. I don't even know how I'm going to do that tomorrow. We're supposed to be doing the Crumleys in the morning. Crumleys. Suspect dead, deputy shot. I don't see anything about him being dead. The officer. The suspect's dead. I guess that's fine. Yeah, he has to go under reconstructive surgery. All right. So yeah, the petitions and the links tomorrow. If you guys want to come, I'm gonna have to figure out how to plan this out for the morning. Tomorrow we're gonna do the Crumleys. A long stream tomorrow. I'm thinking. So I was told that that thing is gonna be at 8:30 in the morning Eastern. 8:30 Eastern. So I just gotta in the morning get my daughter to school, and then I'll be here. I'm probably gonna have to figure some stuff out, but we'll be here. I'll just probably take little breaks. Uh, 5:30 in the morning. Holy crap! For you, Pacific time. 5:30 in the morning. Damn. Lord almighty. Let me double check the times one more time before I get for you guys. It says Yeah, it doesn't say the time zone here. It would have been nice if somebody clarified it, but I'm pretty sure it's Eastern. So 8:30 Eastern. Have to have breakfast with you guys or something. You're not even awake by 8:30? I've been on this whole routine. I wake up, I try to go to sleep at a decent time. I try to eat better. Sleeping is really important. Getting the right amount of sleep is so important. Trying to eat right, exercise. I guess tomorrow I'm going to skip the gym. They are in Central Time though. Shoot. Oh, you know what? I don't know now because shit. The last time I gotta find out about this. Who's this person that posted this? Jen Jones. Jen Jones. Oh, she's following me. We're following each other. Let me see. Let me double check. Maybe it's not as early as I think. That'd be nice if it's not. Parents court hearing Thursday. Schedule. I don't know. Okay, return to court Thursday. Let's take a look. Thursday. Preliminary exam. We're expected to get more of an idea of what evidence the prosecution will use. This is the second court date. And I wish we would have caught the first one because the parents were in court. Text messages between Ethan and Jennifer are read and discussed. Okay. Judge will hear evidence from the prosecution. It should be interesting. This includes documents, physical evidence, and witness testimony. Tomorrow should be good. I'm trying to find out. Oh, is Jasmine here? Jasmine, are we sure? Do we know this thing is Eastern, the time zone for tomorrow? For the 8:30 a.m.? Is that our Eastern or it's Eastern? You guys are saying Eastern. The mystery. Who's the connect right now? Who has the information? Who's the plug? Check my messages, see if somebody sent me something. Yeah, I feel actually like tired. East. I'm pretty sure it's East. I don't know because the last time we came here for 2 p.m. for that was Wednesday or whatever, right? No, today's Wednesday, Tuesday. I don't know. It's all a blur. I think it was yesterday, right? It was Eastern. So I'm pretty sure it's Eastern. Yeah, it is Eastern. Suspiciousness. All right. We're going to spend like a half an hour here talking about whether it's Eastern or whatever. Yeah, that's tomorrow's agenda. We're going to come here early. Have some breakfast together. Caffeine. Crumblies are in Eastern. Central. No, I'm pretty sure it's Eastern. Might as well just put up the chat. Put up the chat. Canada Lena. Hey. I should make some breakfast. I got this air fryer now. I could put this, I've been wanting to put the bacon in there. So maybe if I wake up early enough, I can put the bacon in the air fryer. So far, bacon in my head. That's it. Maybe some eggs. If I have time, it's gonna be tough, yo. I'm gonna have to wake up really early because then to get Maddie to school and all that. But I'm thinking bacon. Bacon's easy. You just throw it in there. Bacon, maybe some eggs. I don't know how to make a breakfast burrito, and I don't think I could eat that. Or maybe I could. I have the keto wraps, the low carb wraps. I'm probably not gonna eat on stream. I'll probably like little snippets, but I'm not gonna. I learned a long time ago eating on stream is not like especially with a microphone. People don't want to hear you chewing. I could mute the mic, but you don't want to hear that in your ears and stuff all loud, you know. I couldn't find the center cut. I usually get the center cut bacon, but it was applewood something. I don't know. I couldn't find the center cut. Yeah, bacon in the oven is great too. That's how I normally do it. But now I got this air fryer, so. You sent me an email. Okay, to iCkEdMeL at iCkEdMeL. Oh, yes. Okay. I think after I'll take a look at this because I don't want to put anything for if we don't know for sure. I'll take a look at this after. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I appreciate when you guys email me or whatever. If you don't want me to say your name, always just let me know. Like, don't, because some people don't want their names out and stuff like that. So that's cool. Yuck, bacon. Canceled. All right, the vegans. Unsubscribing more. I prefer my eggs not fertilized. Wait, what? Is that a thing? Can you do that? Non-fertilized eggs? What? Okay. Non-fertilized eggs. Unfertilized. I said unfertilized, right? Unfertilized. I don't even know what that means. Oh, I don't know. Are you talking about you personally, like your eggs or something? I don't know. All right, so yeah, man, you guys have a good night. Have you done a story? I'm Michael. I may do an update, but if I did an update, it's not going to be anything new. It's going to be everything that everybody's already said. I mean, I could bring it to this audience. Now there's a bigger audience. That's why sometimes I revisit old stories and redo the videos because we got like a bigger audience now. But yeah, I'm going to get some rest. Not really. I guess later. And I'm kind of hungry too. And I'll probably schedule the stream tonight for tomorrow morning so it can be up so you guys can like set a reminder. Before I go to bed tonight, I'm going to schedule it for tomorrow morning. So I don't know how we're going to do tomorrow though. 6+ hours, maybe 6-7 hours. I can barely make it an hour, 2 hours. Well, we did 3 hours the other day. Nah, I have to have good quality eggs. My eggs are my favorite type of, what? I can't even talk right. Eggs are one of my favorite type of things to eat. I mean, I don't get like the gangster thing, but I get the, what's it called? Egg brands. Let me see. The one that I currently buy. Oh, Eggland's Best. That's what I get. But I wouldn't oppose getting like organic either. But I get Eggland's. Oh, that's what I think so too. I think she meant she prefers to not be pregnant. True that. I do. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for coming through. Peace. I'll see you in the morning. Better get some rest. Lost our emojis. No, you should still have them. Still have them. Still have the emojis. It's there. All right. Have a good night. Peace. Love you guys. Adios.